The way the village school was run didn't please 'em none, so they— Hello, what's that? A black-haired lad of 10 and a red-haired boy of the same age had charged together in the midst of a swirling group which was playing a game. They paused for no preliminaries. There was only a shrill insult and a shriller retort. Then they stood toe-to-toe and hammered away with their fists, silently, working hard. There were none of those roundabout strokes which characterize the fighting of most youngsters. They hit from the shoulder, each as straight and as true as any trained boxer, and the spatting of their fists was like the clapping of hands together. "Red is gonna lick him," cried Connell. "Give me Blackie every time," answered the puncher. "He's a waiter. Look at that." The black-haired lad, reeling back from a heavy blow, had planted himself steadily and met the incoming rush of Red with such a tremendous thwack that the latter was tumbled head over heels. "He's finished," cried the cowpuncher. "By Jiminy," said the prospector, "Blackie don't believe in no rules." This he shouted as Blackie, taking note of the fall of his foe, dropped upon him and began to reach for his throat with one hand and pummel his face with the other. "He's dropped on a tiger, though," said the prospector. "Look at Red fight." With feet and hands, Red labored valiantly. Then he gripped his foeman, and they twisted over and over, head over heels, parted finally, and jumped to their feet and apart like two battling tomcats. In the meantime, a circle of admiring spectators had gathered around them. "Go it, Lou!" they yelled to the black-haired lad. "And smash him, Red!" they cried to the other. They closed again, and again Blackie staggered from a pair of hard and well-placed punches. "He ain't got the fighting heart of Red," said the prospector. "He's got the fighting brains, though," said the puncher. "Look at him now." This as Blackie deftly avoided a rush and cuffed Red while the latter shot past, but Red wheeled again and lunged in for more punishment. "Red don't know when he's hurt," said the prospector. "Darned if he don't fight for the love of it." "Brains'll beat brawn," said his companion. $1 on Blackie." "I'll take that. Soak 'em, Red." And Red, as though that word inspired him, landed fairly upon the point of Blackie's chin with a long and smashing punch. Blackie stumbled back, tripped over the foot of a companion, and floundered on his back. "Looks like I've lost $1, mused the cowpuncher, stroking his mustaches rapidly. "Wait a minute," murmured Connell. Over the fallen combatant stood Red. "You yeller, sneaking, scratching hound," said Red. "Get up and take your licking. I fight fair." Blackie writhed on the ground and rose, but as he rose, he scooped a hand around the knees of his foe and pulled him down. They collapsed together in a wriggling, fighting, kicking mass until a teacher ran across the yard and laid hold upon them. He lifted them to their feet, a pair of dusty, tattered ragamuffins. "Jason and Hardwick," said he through his teeth. "This is the 3rd time this week, and you know what I promised you. You're going to get it, and you're going to get it now. Boys, go into the house and get those 2 hickory switches and bring them out here. I'm going to thrash you one by one in front of the entire school. If you can be shamed into behavior worthy of a young gentleman, you shall be. Go at once." He folded his arms and stood there, tapping his foot on the ground, thoroughly irritated. "Like a doggone woman," said Connell. "Darn my eyes if these here schoolteachers don't make me mad. He ain't even asked who started that there fight. Well, stranger, I ain't gonna wait to see them kids licked. Here's that $1 I owe you." "Darn that $1. I don't want no money for what Red took out of Blackie's hide. If there'd been another 2 minutes, he'd have had Blackie yelling for help. You see if he wouldn't. Old son, he could fight all day and never lick Blackie. He ain't got the brains to do that. Look at him marching away for their own whips as steady as you please. I'm going to stay and see which does the most hollering when they get hided." "Well," muttered the prospector, as he started the burro on its way with a cruel blow, "that sort of fun don't cost nothing." And he was still muttering as he hurried the little animal up the road. An hour later, 2 hard-riding horsemen swept up to him. "You seen 2 boys?"